Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Steph here from S.Sifandos.com. Let's speak to language today. And before I do that, have a look at this day. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Very, very blessed right now. But let's speak to language, right? This is a really, really cool way to look at language. Most of you are familiar with vision boards, right? So, by the way, language and internal speak, internal dialogue, yeah? Most of us are familiar with vision boards and what vision boards do. And on the vision board, we have a big board, it's a pin-up board, and we put it up there, and we put images and visuals, and we get creative, and we put words of people that we aspire to be, or states that we wish to immerse ourselves in, or materialistic possessions that we wish to attain, or experiences that we wish to have, or whatever it may be. But we don't put on our vision board what we don't want for life, right? We don't put on our vision board, so say we don't want to be a police officer. We don't put pictures and images of police officers up on our vision board, do we? Interesting. Yet in our internal vision board, in our mind, we often think about what we don't want. Well, we don't want to be poor. We don't want to be lonely. Does it make sense? Would you put that on your vision board externally? No, I don't think you would. Neither would I. So that's interesting, isn't it? So let's look at that. Let's examine that. Let's unpack that really briefly. We want to look at the language that we use. We want to use positively affirming language. We want to use present language. We want to use emotive language when we're speaking to ourselves. So if we don't want to be poor, we don't state, I don't want to be poor, I don't want to live in scarcity, because the language that we use is a powerful, our thoughts and our languages are powerful constructs of the way we live our reality and the way we move through the world. So we want to just, very, very simple, when we're talking about the conscious, the unconscious, the superconscious, very simply put, we want to use direct language. I am, and present language and emotive language. I am abundant. I am wealthy. I am prosperous. I am feeling wealthy. I'm feeling healthy. Whatever it is that you wish to achieve, whatever area of life you wish to improve upon or be proficient at or be powerful and empowered in, you want to use present language and then connect to that language. So connect emotively to that language, begin to vision and creatively visualize what it feels like across all senses, what it feels like to be immersed in that space of wealth or health or whatever opportunities is or experience you wish to create for yourself. We want to be very, very clear with the language that we use with others as well. That's important. So if we say we have an appointment, you don't want to tell someone, don't be late, because you're then creating an image of lateness in their minds. You're also creating an image of lateness in your mind. Your unconscious, your subconscious doesn't know that you don't want to be late. It just says, or it understands late. It focuses on late. So a language shift or a verbal construct that can be replaced with don't be late is be on time. Simple, really simple, but actually quite effective. Now, look, anecdotally, there's the morphic field or the morphic resonance field that some say exists, some say don't. There's anecdotal evidence that supports it. There's not any, I suppose, serious scientific evidence. It's considered a pseudoscience at the moment, or a pseudo-theory, but I don't want to get too much into that. But what I do want to say and what I do want to focus on is the interconnectedness of all. So again, mental imagery is very, very important. We use that simple example of don't be late. You tell someone not to be late, they're going to get images, they're going to have images of being late in their mind. It's like, don't think of a pink elephant. You'll think of a pink elephant. So be very specific with the language that you use. Remember, if there is a connection through some form of morphic field or quantum field of entanglement or whatever it may be, that we are all connected in some way, then the imagery in my head and how I express that to you, you will understand and take that on in your way as well. And there's a connection that takes place between us. So I want to be really clear, be very mindful. The purpose of this video is just to be mindful of the language that we use in life, to be very attentive to the words that we speak and the thoughts that we have, because they can, even our thoughts unspoken, can impact others, to some degree, whether it be through our posture, our posturing, our tonality, our attitude, our body language, even if we don't speak, even if the morphic field or morphic resonance field doesn't even exist, irrelevant. When people, even if we have thoughts in our mind, people will pick up on our body language because we communicate with our body language and tonality without actually speaking very directly and specifically to words. A great percentage of our communication comes from that. So just be mindful of our thoughts, guys. Think about the internal vision board and the external vision board, and it will make sense to you, I'm sure it will, and maybe begin to just slowly tweak the way you think and the way you speak, and catch yourself when you're speaking in a particular way. Many blessings to you. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day, evening, morning, wherever you are.